This is Justin Dennis from MakeUseOf.com, and I'm just going to do a quick rundown of how you can play some old retro games using just an Android device and your TV. Right now I have my Galaxy S3 hooked up to the TV right here using an MHL adapter that has an HDMI port running to the TV and a USB cable running to a charging port. It's really easy to get set up. I'm using N64oid from the sliding market right now. You can also use Mupen Plus from the Google Play Store. But there's all sorts of emulators. You can get DS emulators, Dreamcast, Game Boy Advance, SNES, pretty much all the old retro consoles that you used to love. You can just turn an old Android console into something that'll play all of them with all these ROMs available to you. I'm using controllers from GameStop. I have two of them paired right now, called Red Samurai V2. They're super easy to pair using Bluetooth, and then once you do, you can map all of the controls within the emulator. Right now, I have 2 and 4 are set to the C buttons for jumping, 1 is set to A, 3 is set to B, Z is on here, R and L, and the joystick for moving, obviously. Right now, I have it set to 3 frame skips in the N64oid settings. I found that to be the sweet spot between it being too slow if you get too low in the frame skips, or too laggy if you get too high in them. It's also fast enough that you can hear the music in the background without any stuttering, which is pretty great. But yeah, everything works really well. I've tried some other emulators on here as well. The only issue I have with the N64 one is it doesn't tell the difference between when you sprint to the left and when you just walk to the left. So if you're just standing here and you try to move right, it's very difficult to get that little turn. You usually just sprint to the side. It's not as sensitive as the N64 controllers would be. But regardless, it still makes for a really great experience. For simpler games like Mario Kart or something, it works very, very well. All this is really easy to get set up. Your phone's always charging, you're hooked up via Bluetooth. These charge through a mini USB port. Really, if you have an old Android device just sitting around and you're not doing anything with it, this is a fantastic use for it. Just turn it into an old game console, hook up 2 controllers, and you've got something to play with friends all the time. So yeah, that was my example. I'm Justin Dennis from MakeUseOf.com, and thanks for watching.